Aloha, I'm Oliver Jones, and I'm here at the club at Kikui'ula on the island of Kauai. And I want to talk today about an alignment sort of spectrum as we go from wedges to driver. And this is something small. This is a video for maybe a little bit more advanced player who's looking to improve their angle of attack. I want to talk about the difference in the side bend or tilt at address as we go upwards in the bag from our wedges to our driver. When we have a wedge, we're going to have anywhere between 4 to 6 degrees of tilt, maybe more if you want to hit it really high, into our trail side at address. The more that we're leaned this way, the more we have to rotate to strike the ball well, and that's kind of what we're looking to do to keep the flight down. So if I hit a wedge shot and I'm leaned more this way, I can put a really good strike on it, flight at a good level, keep it kind of out of the wind. Especially here in Hawaii, we have a lot of trade winds, and your wedges can get really spinny. Just to juxtapose that, watch if I really lean into my trail side. I see a lot of people do this. The ball can go really high. We can lose it as far as a direction. As I move up to 7-iron, my club gets a little bit longer. I'm going to have a little bit more tilt into my trail side. Here's nothing, level shoulders. Here's a little bit, wedges. Here's a little bit more. When we look at the tour players, they're all over the map. They change all the time. But if they're hitting kind of a stock mid-iron, it seems like they're somewhere between 6 and 10 degrees of tilt. Every player is different. You should experiment with this. So here's kind of a 7-iron. You can see I have this shoulder a little higher. Some of that's because of the length of the club. Some of it's because that's what's necessary to give the right angle of attack to optimize my flight. That was a little too high. I'm going to take away some of that tilt. That was a lot better. Move into driver, I'm going to have even a little bit more tilt into my trail side to get me swinging more on the upswing, to give me more of a sweep. The reason I do this is when we want to maintain the loft on a club, we want to have more tilt. When we want to take away loft, we want to have less tilt. And what goes along with less tilt is more turning, more rotating. What goes along with more tilt is less turning and more releasing. And there's a balance, so you need to experiment. It's not hard and fast rules. But watch me set up with a little bit more tilt to this driver. One more. So I was probably around 10 or 12 degrees if we measured it on V1 or something. Here I'm going to take some away. Look kind of funky, I'm sure. Here's a little bit less even. Those balls, the trajectory certainly came down, and my optimal matchup and path and everything wasn't correct for them. But increasing your tilt can help you launch the ball higher. Decreasing your tilt and rotating can help you launch the ball lower. This is all going to affect the way your shoulders rotate, your shoulder plane and everything else. So experiment with this. If you're thinning a lot of wedges or hitting them high and spinny, put a little more weight here by actually tilting rather than trying to feel like you're forcing this way. Good luck.